that has sort of been abandoned. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna move a little bit slower. Yeah. Well, you know what? You can go down. I think it's probably safe to zone this off for commercial, but like I said, I'm just gonna wait. Because we do have some growth going on. So we're just gonna, all this stuff should be pretty straightforward. We broke 100 grand for Sims. Willing to bet that some of our pumps are, or not. So we will put in another water pump. One of the things we can do also is just export water from the city via the large pump. That's definitely something we can do, but not something I'm going to do right now. So we do still have office development, but it's going to be consumed probably by the zones we already have. You can see them playing soccer and doing what they're doing. I'm going to put in a little bit more commercial development here. Even though it's against my better judgment, I still am going to do it. Just a couple of zones here. Not too much. I think that's probably about the limit of what I'm willing to put in right now. And you do have to exercise your judgment a little bit when you're zoning by reading your RCI indicators and also by past experience, what's been working for you, what hasn't been working for you. If something isn't working for you, don't do it. Even if I told you to do it, it's just, you gotta listen to what sort of listen to yourself, because I don't always know the answers. We're so incredibly profitable. I mean, like, I can't spend the money, right? And I can't give it to my other cities, right? Like, it's not like I can do that. What I can do is I can initiate a neighboring deal for something retarded and buy it, but I have to have the supplies to sell. So I mean, like, I could ship, like 500 billion cubic meters per month of water, but but I have a feeling that I wouldn't make any money. So I don't think these guys are gonna grow, but we'll try. The thing about high-tech industry, why I've been so cautious with it, is that it does tend to be quite finicky. And it'll be like, oh yeah, build right up, and then all of a sudden it'll all go black on you, and it's like, what the fuck? And it'll be like, oh, low desirability. So that's one of the reasons why I put down the parks around it, just to make sure that it's there. I do give up probably some density for it, but whatever. Come on. Oh, I see what's going on. Not cheetah speed. Yes, that is not good. City cries out for more juice, eh? So we're doing pretty good. We got there's a couple of things we have to deal with. The first one is going to be, oh, maybe we can. Maybe we're not at cap garbage yet. We'll build another recycling plant just for good measure. A recycling plant will handle, oh, Ryan. Hopefully that grows back. It didn't cost us that many Sims. You can have population served is 25,000, reduces it by 20%, which these are all just like flat numbers that SimCity 4 pulls out of its butt. But it does make a little bit of a difference. I'm not sure that they have an effect on desirability because they don't show up on the desirability graph. Like if you go to garbage, they show up there as green, but if you go to desirability, like they just stay green. So whether or not they affect desirability is not for me to say. So I want to go ahead and fill up those last zones before we move, even though I should already be moving because we are running out of, no. power. So you can see areas that we left have developed without us needing really any attention there. We're still not maxing out that airport yet. I'm not 100% sure how many upgrades each airport can get. I hate how much area the large airport takes away from you. I feel like they're stealing from me. So yeah, you can see we got 104,000 sims, which if we started off the day with just under 30 is a pretty sharp increase. We have 41,593 commercial jobs and 15,274 commercial jobs. By no means is the city perfect, but for what we set out to do, it's looking pretty good. And we need more power. I'm not done yet. Don't worry. We've got a little bits left to fill in, but we need another power plant. And one of the great things, the more active viewers will notice, is that while these are all producing a lot of pollution, this is going to be ridiculous, but all of this pollution would be having a disastrous effect on our ability to sandwich all those sims in Dartmouth. And if you look at the water pollution, it's even worse. If you have any yellow water pollution at all, eventually your water plants will be shut off. So you can take a look here. I mean, it would be literally impossible to have these jobs anywhere other than a city such as this city. Just that's kind of a, I forgot to show you what population or pollution actually looks like on the charts there, so thought I would do that. Yes, I am a giant of governing geese. Yes, there is traffic. One of the downsides of playing on easy is you get hand fist. You can turn it off. One of my problems with turning it off, hopefully they make stores. If not, they're pricks and I hate them. One of the downsides of, what was I saying? One of the downsides of another Expo X gaff for you. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, one of the downsides of turning that off, sorry. You could turn it off, but one of the big downsides of turning that off is that if you have a school or something that needs to be adjusted, and you have a city like of this size, you won't be told about it, and it can just sit there, and eventually they'll go on strike and will stop doing anything altogether. City is actually beginning, this health network is actually beginning to dip into other neighborhoods. Just adjusting my levels, trying to get as much growth out of this city as I can. These private schools are a really sweet investment. You can see they're both, all three of them are handling several amount of students, and because they count as both a high school and a junior high, they actually help us get more of our sims to university, and the more sims that we have in university, the better. So we have a pretty educated populace. I'm done zoning. So now, essentially, the only job to do is to either let the city grow on its own. So you can throw your arms back and say, you know, like, I don't have anything left to do. Or you can decide that... I'm just checking the age of my water pumps here. 98%, hey? Or you can decide that you want to let that growth happen in another city. Which would essentially look like you saying, okay, well, I'm done with Dartmouth now. We have plenty of demand for things going on, and those demands will carry on to everywhere around us. But we could sit there and let it grow and sort of let it come to equilibrium. Each has their upsides and their downsides. Not 100% sure if we have more manufacturing demand. We might not. But you know, we started off the day with one corner of the map built, and we will end up ending the day with the whole map being filled. Yeah, so we do have quite a bit of increased manufacturing demand. this city, it will need, these two cities will need more farming communities before they will become profitable, and that's just a reality. Unless I go ahead and decide to build like a, unless I decide to build like a city of just row housing and nothing else. So, I think I think these videos will be pretty enlightening. I think there was a lot of action through them. So, we're going to leave off with a regional population of 169,914. And I believe we started the day with about 80,000 Sims. So we've doubled our regional population, which is sweet. It just goes to show you that, like, if you want, you can recreate Dartmouth again and 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 continue on with that, or you can continue to do other things with. We only probably need, I don't even know if we need another Dartmouth before we can build a mega city. It just depends on how many skyscrapers you'd like to have. The problem with the mega cities is they like obliterate their demand very, very quickly, because this square right here in a high density city will probably have 100,000 Sims in it versus like the 30,000 that we're packing in there now. And I've had these medium density cities go all the way up to 160, 170,000 Sims. So right now my guess was if we were to sit down and build a high density city, we would probably be able to stretch 50,000 Sims out of each sector. And then we would have just an inexhaustible amount of high-tech industry. We could probably build that city and then build enough high-tech industry right here that we could essentially cover the whole map with it. You know, something like 45,000 high-tech industrial jobs. So for now, I think we've successfully built Dartmouth out to what we wanted it to be. We're one tick away from maximum mayor rating, which is a good thing. We've got some good gifts, and we finished off the city. So I hope you'll join me next time for Let's Play SimCity 4, where we continue to play SimCity 4. We may build something new, or we may try to increase the functionality of our regional economy. You can see we've got some, because of our airport, we've got some planes flying around now. But again, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.